Throughout the ages, humanity's capacity for cruelty has left a haunting imprint on history. Welcome to ITV. Today, we embark on a chilling journey through time, a chronicle of the 5 most brutal punishments of human history. From ancient civilizations to medieval realms, these punishments bear witness to the depths of human brutality. Number 5. Flaying, also known as skinning, is a gruesome method of torture or execution in which a person's skin is forcibly removed from their body. This horrific practice involves stripping the skin and underlying tissue from the victim, often resulting in extreme pain, trauma, and eventually death. Flaying has been used as a form of punishment, intimidation, and cruelty by various cultures and societies throughout history. Flaying could be carried out in different ways. In some cases, the victim's skin would be peeled off while they were still alive, causing immense suffering and often leading to shock, infection, and death from exposure and blood loss. In other cases, the person might be killed first, and then their skin would be removed as a post-mortem display of brutality. The purpose behind flaying varied depending on the culture and context. In some instances, it was used as a form of punishment for particularly heinous crimes or acts of rebellion. In others, it was employed to intimidate enemies or dissuade others from opposing those in power. In historical narratives and artistic depictions, flaying is often used symbolically to convey themes of cruelty, power, and the brutality of human nature. Number 4. Impalement is a gruesome method of execution in which a person is pierced through the body with a long object, typically a sharpened stake or pole. This method involves inserting the sharp end of the object into the person's body, often through the rectum or vagina, and allowing it to exit through the mouth or chest. The person is then left to die slowly and agonizingly as the impaling object causes severe internal injuries and bleeding. Impalement has been used as a form of execution, punishment, and intimidation by various cultures and societies throughout history. It was intended not only to cause physical suffering, but also to serve as a public spectacle and a deterrent against crime or rebellion. The process of impalement could take hours or even days, during which the victim would experience immense pain and eventually succumb to shock, blood loss, or organ failure. One of the most infamous historical figures associated with impalement is Vlad, the Impaler, also known as Vlad I.E. or Vlad Dracula, a 15th century ruler of Wallachia, now part of Romania. He earned his nickname due to his brutal use of impalement as a method of punishing and intimidating his enemies. Impalement was also utilized by other leaders and cultures, including the ancient Persians, Greeks, and Assyrians. Number 3. The Brazen Bull, also known as the Bull of Phalaris, was a gruesome and inventive form of execution device used in ancient Greece. It was designed as a hollow, life-sized bronze statue of a bull with a door on its side. The condemned person would be placed inside the bull, and a fire would be lit beneath it, gradually heating the metal and turning it into a furnace. As the metal bull heated up, the person inside would be subjected to intense heat, causing their flesh to burn and their screams of agony to resonate through the bull's hollow interior. the design of the bull was such that the person's screams would be transformed into sounds resembling the bellowing of an actual bull, further adding to the terror and cruelty of the method. The brazen bull was not only a tool of execution, but also a form of entertainment for sadistic rulers and spectators. It was reportedly invented by Perillos of Athens and presented to Phalaris, the tyrant of Akragas, modern-day Agrigento, Sicily, as a means of execution that reflected his brutality. Number 2. Scaphism, also known as the boats, is an ancient method of execution and torture that was practiced in Persia, modern-day Iran, and possibly other cultures in the ancient world. It is an extremely gruesome and cruel form of punishment. In Scaphism, the condemned person would be placed inside a hollowed-out log or 2 wooden boats that were positioned on top of each other, leaving their head, hands, and feet exposed. The person would be force-fed a mixture of milk and honey, causing them to develop severe diarrhea. As a result, their body would become covered in feces and attract insects, particularly flies and other pests. The person would be left exposed to the elements, including the sun and other environmental factors. The combination of the person's weakened state due to the constant diarrhea, the bites from insects, and exposure to harsh conditions often led to a slow and agonizing death over a period of days or even weeks. Number 1. Crucifixion is a method of execution in which a person is nailed or bound to a cross and left to hang until they die. It was used as a form of punishment in various cultures and societies throughout history. The most famous instance of crucifixion is the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, as described in the New Testament of the Bible. In the case of Jesus Christ, crucifixion is a central event in Christian theology. It is believed that Jesus was crucified in Jerusalem around 3033 and under the order of the Roman governor, Pontius Pilate. According to Christian belief, Jesus' crucifixion was a sacrifice that atoned for the sins of humanity, leading to salvation for those who believe in him. Crucifixion was a brutal and agonizing form of execution designed to cause extreme suffering and humiliation. The person being crucified would typically be nailed to a wooden cross, or sometimes tied with ropes, with their arms stretched out and their feet placed on a footrest or a wooden block. The position of the body made breathing difficult, leading to a slow and painful death by asphyxiation. These stories aren't for the faint of heart. They reveal the darkness that has always lurked within our species. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to accompany us on this exploration of history's most harrowing chapters.